Hello and welcome to lesson 4 of the grade 1 tutor book. In this lesson we're going to learn about intervals and also tonic triads. So an interval is the difference in pitch between two notes. Now you tend to get two kinds of intervals. You get harmonic intervals, which are put on top of one another, and then you get melodic intervals, which are shown separately on the stave. Now the examples that you've got below are showing melodic intervals. So the first interval is shown C to D, which is a second. And so what you do when you want to work out an interval, just count the first note as 1 and then count up from there to find out what the interval is. So if you want to go to a third, for example, you've got C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, so that's your third. And then you might have an interval of a fourth as well, here. C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you count intervals that are melodic intervals. Then over here on this page you've got some harmonic intervals instead, with notes on top of one another. And there's a whole list of the intervals shown in the key of C. And so the first task here is to identify the harmonic intervals by number only. So the first one's been done for you. So if you look, you've got an F and an A. So 1, 2, 3, so that's the third. And that interval's repeated again there, so obviously you'll be writing a third on that one. And then you go on and try the other intervals in the same way. Then underneath that you have a couple of melodic intervals to identify as well. So the last section in this lesson talks about tonic triads. So a tonic triad is a simple chord which has 3 notes in. So the rule of thumb to remember is an interval is 2 notes and a tonic triad is 3 notes, often known as a chord as well. So here the book shows you how to make a tonic triad of D major, as we've been looking at the key of D all the way through this section. So you start by looking at the D note first, which is your first note. Then the next note to build a triad will be the third note in the D major scale, so that means you've got an F sharp. Then after that you will add your 5th note in the D major scale, which is your A. And so the tonic triad of D major will be D, F sharp and A. So underneath you have the opportunity to actually practice drawing tonic triads in all the keys that you have learnt so far. So you have the chance of trying a tonic triad of D major in semi-breves. Then you have a chance of drawing a tonic triad of G major but in minims. And then you have a chance of drawing a tonic triad of F major written in crotchets. And then finally a tonic triad of C major in semi-breves. In each of the tonic triads you're asked to put in a key signature as well. Now when you write them out, I suggest you put them in bars and then label them underneath as well. So when you've written the first one, draw a bar line and then put underneath tonic triad of D major. And so it's very, very clear in your writing what your intention was. And that completes lesson 4 of the tutor book.